Hey everybody, Obey the Papaya back at you again with another YouTube video. So now we're getting version 0.18 item reworks. We don't have access to the item reworks currently due to content creators or people in the content creator program with Predecessor getting them. But we have Predecessor Academy. This is run by MUGIWAWA, probably one of the best content creators for Predecessor. A lot of tutorials, a lot of information, a lot of VOD reviews. Highly recommend him. I'm going to put him in the description. I'm going to put the link in the description. Check him out. He is probably one of, if not the best content creator in terms of wanting to teach you how to improve, right? So I'm just excited to get to version 0.18. We got some item reworks. Let's discuss the item reworks. Let's get straight into it. So here we got some new carry items. Plasma Blade. So here we're looking at plus 25 physical power, 40 magical power. So we're seeing a combination here with a 35% attack speed. Now remember, this is 6 items. We're getting 6 items off of this. On basic attacks, gain 8% crit hit chance for 3 seconds. Into the stack 5 times. That is super interesting. 5 times 8 is 40. This is super duper interesting. It's going to be really strong for on-hit builds. This is crazy. Item, yeah, benefit. You also get crit. That's pretty crazy though. That is insane. Okay, they are really coming out strong with some of these new items that they're adding in. Now we got Equinox. We got this one in one of the pictures they sent us. We're getting plus 20 physical power, plus 35% attack speed, 20% crit chance. So we're getting a reduction here. So we're getting 20% crit chance, which you need 5 items to get the total crit value, right? And then you're given an item that doesn't have to be crit. So you can still get 100% crit chance off of 5 items, and then some situational item with the 6 items. So Nightshade critically striking deals 6% bonus damage off of a crit. Holy crap. Adamant's 90-second CD ongoing below 40% HP. Gain 200 to 400 shield, and the shield size increases with each level. So maybe like 20 HP per shield level around there. This is dang, this is still this. I do not like though that they added to I was hoping we get rid of this. I don't like having so much on an item because I feel like that makes it even more desirable in a way. But because this is going to make you do a ton of damage and then protect you, it's kind of weird in my opinion. So this is kind of interesting. Sounds very strong though. Nuclear rounds. We also got a picture of this one. You're getting 40 physical power, 25% attack speed, 250 mana, and 20% crit. Based on critical strike chance, increase your ability damage by 4 to 20%. Man. So this is going to be something on, this is going to be a Grim build item. God, it sounds insane. Just getting stacked up. Like, I'm just thinking of a carry having, this seems like stronger than even carry meta items when they were released. This is absolutely, carries are going to feast it seems. I'm excited to see what's coming up. Stormbreaker. So while moving or landing basic attacks, generate stacks of momentum. At 100 stacks, empower your next basic attack on hit. Release a bolt of lightning that chains to 7 targets. So this is similar to like Static Shiv. Deal 30 and then 35%. So this is still magical damage that we're doing here. Applies on-hit effects. Increase electric momentum damage by 1 on killing units stacked up to 1. So it's still a stack-based item. It's doing magical damage on hit. It's not every 3 hits. So this is definitely going to be, I mean, it's going to take time for it to ramp up. Stormbreaker is really strong, especially once you get your 3 items on like Sparrow. This is going to make it pretty nice, easy clear, really fast clear for a lot of carries, but still going to be on the on-hit side, right? You're getting rid of the critical percent, or the crit damage and whatnot that was doing before. So this is going to be, it's like very similar to Static Shiv, basically. Lightning Hawk, so 40 physical power, 25% attack speed, 20% crit. So basically the same thing. While moving or landing basic attacks, you generate a stack of momentum. At 100 stacks, empower your next basic on hit. So it's just movement based. So while moving or landing basic attacks, so it's the same type of momentum carry, which I kind of dislike. I'd rather, I don't know. I like things where it's like hit 3 times, now you get a bonus. So I know it is based on landing basic attacks, but they don't really tell us how much stacks you get for landing those basic attacks. I think on both of them, right? Yeah, we don't know what that is. So I kind of dislike that aspect, but we'll see. it still applies to slow. So resolution, this used to be really strong for just like a pen mana build. 30 physical power, 20% attack speed, 6 physical pen, 200 mana. I don't think that's changed. On killing a unit, gain 5 mana. Camp leaders grant 10, so like red and blue buff. Stacks up to 400, and then you gain physical power. So lost the mana, restore on hit, but is now stacking from Soul Chalice. Okay, so this is going to be the Soul Chalice stacker, which I was curious why Resolution wasn't the one doing that. I looked at it, we got Mind Razor. Mind Razor got the AoE, but removed Soul Chalice and stacking, which is super good, and it should have been. Resolution and Mind Razor should have flipped. Really, it should have flipped. I thought that was one of the stupidest designs for the last year on why Mind Razor was so strong, but Alchemical Rod and Azure Core was so weak. Excuse me. All right, King's Bane. 35 physical power, physical attack speed increase, ability haste. Excuse me. On successful basic attack, deal 15 on hit. Increases by 5% off of, I think this is your crit percent. White is crit, but I don't know if this is the same. Total, oh, it's attack speed. That's attack speed. I don't know what the scaling symbol is, and that's a problem that the devs have continued to not implement. So this is either crit or attack speed. Can we get some sort of attack speed? This is physical power. We don't have anything that tells. Oh, here, attack speed. So it has a sign. Yep, that's based off attack speed. So 5% of your attack speed will increase the damage. Resets after not damaging the target for 2.5 seconds. Okay, so this is gonna be super strong on people like Sparrow. Even Grim. I think Grim has some pretty good attack speed builds coming up right now. I mean, with the items we saw above. Simplification. So 35 physical power. We're getting lifesteal on Sky Splitter right now. Deal 5% of the target's current HP damages on hit, minimum of 15 damage. This is actually, yeah, they gave this a slight nerf, but they gave you attack speed, lifesteal. This is going to be pretty nice, honestly. So every attack speed, so I got rid of the 4 attack speed doing max HP damage. So it's just going to do raw target current HP. Ashbringer. So it's going to still have reduced cooldowns, 45 physical power. That's more damage, I think, than it did before. 20% crit chance, 20 ability haze is pretty crazy. On basic attacking heroes, decrease current non-ultimate cooldown by 0.3, doubled for critical strike. So 0.6 second reduction. This could be built on a lot of, this could probably be looked at being added in, especially now with 6 items. If you're a very heavy, I'm curious to see, will we see it on, we need to see if it'll be a Twin Blast build, that can abuse this, due to having the Q spam. But we'll have to see if Infernum is still cooking up, right? So they removed Viper and they removed Breach. Bye-bye Corrosion, bye-bye AoE damage. Breach used to be an item that was very interesting, and they kind of just pushed it back, and now it's gone. All right, Mage items. This is what I care about. Soulbinder, Poke, 75 magic power, 400 mana, 15 ability haste. Damage heroes from afar. So Arcane Salvo, 12 second cooldown. Deal 8% bonus damage. Permanently gain 1 magical damage. Activates at 1500 plus range. What the heck? Over 1500 units from you, which I'm terrible at understanding. That range basic attack is 1300 units to you. So this is going to be people for like, oh my god. This is going to be insane for people like Faye and Howitzer. Be careful, the bonus damage is based on the amount of damage that the ability does when it's procced. So it's better to use high damage single hit to trigger it. Okay. So you want to use your highest level damage basically. So this is going to be insane for the poke casters. Holy moly. This is going to be wild. I mean, it sounds super good. And you're basically stacking. It's basically giving you Obelisk. Noxia, we saw this guy in the post. 85 magical, 20 ability haste. Mark heroes for 3 seconds upon dealing, oh my god, Countess. With a separate ability, deal damage to a marked hero to activate Dark Matter. Dang, I got this one wrong, I think, when I voted for what skill it was. Dark Matter, deal 5% of target's max as bonus HP with an 8-second cooldown. Oh my lord. This might be a Countess item. This is going to be a strong item for a lot of the Burst Assassins. Rework, Magnify. Ooh. 60 magical power, 300 HP, 10 ability haste, 8% Omnivamp. Dang, this changed drastically. While moving or casting abilities, generate a stack of focus at 100 stacks and power your next basic attack. Deal 50 plus 25% of your physical power, magical power. Shred 15%. Oh my god. This is going to be wild. If you have like a Grim and someone that can apply Magnify on that person, holy moly. This is going to stack, it's going to be a lot of damage. Let's see if we can still have Caustica as well. It's a tankier based item, so this might be stuff for like Kwang. Yeah, I would say this might bias towards Kwang a little bit than like an actual mid laner, but that's still like really pretty solid for him. Could also generate, it could be pretty good for Shinbi as well. All right, Azure Core. So 65 magical power, 350 mana, 15 ability haste. Spirit Shield. Gain a 25% of your max mana shield for 5 seconds. That's actually pretty good. They're making this a little bit more on the safer side. On killing an enemy, gain, and then you get 4% magical power. Was it 2% before or 4%? I forgot. Yeah, this will be kind of interesting. It's still a weirdish item. Like, you do get the stacks, and you get a ton of magic power off of it. But this is going to be for people probably... This could probably be for like Iggy, because that shield could be pretty good. I kind of wish the shield provided immunity. I don't know if that's a little bit too much, right? If they provided immunity, a CC immunity, I should say. Combustion. So 75 magical power, 8 magical pen, 400 mana. They increased it's still 15%. So it's still really good for burst. On damaging heroes, reduce the cooldown of pyro by 0.5 seconds. Okay, so it's going to be based off tick damage. So any type of damage to hero, any type of tick damage, I was wondering. I was like, is this going to be like on tick or just... Yeah, because before there was a cooldown on how often you could actually proc it. So this could be really strong for people like Morgish early game now. I am not seeing Mega Cosm. It's making me sad. Caustica, 70 magical power, 75 base mana regen. Oh, what? Ignore 35% of magical armor. On dealing ability damage, while you're above 50%, for every point the bonus magical armor they possess, you deal more. No more infinite mana. That's a sad boys right there. We're going to have to all get used to that in mid lane. But it sounds really good, and it doesn't apply Shred. Every bonus magical armor, they will deal 0.3% more damage. So it's going to be really strong for anti-tanks. Morgish is going to be king with this still. It's going to be a monster for her as she's able to use her ability so quickly. Astral Catalyst. This was a terrible item, but it baited a lot of players. Let's see what we got now. 80 magical power, 250 mana, 15 ability haste. Ravenous on takedown reduces your ultimate cooldown. So I think everything stays the same. I think we got like 5 more magic power or something. On damaging a shielded target, you deal 30% bonus damage. Does not exceed the size of the shield. Okay, so it's like an anti-shield. I think Muriel is the only one that can really pressure this, steal a little bit. So if you see a Muriel on there, I think that's probably the only person who's really going to be an issue where you're going to need to build this. Still an iffy item. We'll see what we got coming up. Lifebinder, sustain 80 magical power, 300 mana, 15% magical lifesteal. For every 10% missing HP, gain 3 magical power and 1% magical lifesteal. This is actually pretty good. I like this scaling up. We lost the ability haste passive, which is worth it. I thought it was kind of useless. I didn't like building this item. I built it long ago, but then I stopped. I mean, that was a year ago. Simplification, Orb of Enlightenment, magical power, health, mana. Gain magical power and HP, restores 3%. So we lost the ability haste and mana per level. Yeah, that's fine-ish. Kind of sucks that they got rid of the ability haste. So now like it's gonna be tough for me to want to build this on Countess, because the ability haste into being tanky was super nice to make up for like some of the damage I'd lose by going mega and all that stuff, right? If I need sustain. I kind of wish maybe they buffed this to 4% missing HP. Maybe that's like the only other thing. Make you just ever so slightly tankier. I don't know. I feel like this is a weaker item now to buy. Oblivion Crown. So we got a 10 magical power nerf. Increase your magical power by 18%. So yeah, this got a little beat up. We lost that passive that allowed it to amplify it based on the max. I think it was max HP. So it's still bursty, but it's not as bursty, right? Just gonna amplify your overall damage instead of being like a solid burst item if you have to kill that assassin or that carry, for example, like on Countess. So, but it's still a very strong item. And now we got 6 items, right? So this is going to be, added in, like, guaranteed at this point. Because you're going to get even more magical power scaling. Like, it's going to be pretty nasty. Although, was it 25% magical power instead of 18%? That's what I forgot. Prophecy, on hit, 80 physical power, attack speed, and ability haste. On basic attacks deal, so it's going to be straight raw on hit damage, and they're getting rid of the ability haste proc that it had before. Alright, Wraith Leggings. 90 magical power, so it got a buff. It got like 10 or 5. 10 magical power increase. Pen stayed the same. Movement speed buff, yes! Against heroes below 40% deal 15% more. So the movement speed is just raw, which is really nice actually. I like that a lot. I forgot what it was on proc. That's pretty good. Alright, mid lane, did we not see anything removed? So Mega Cosm is staying as Mega Cosm. Mega Cosm's still gonna be a phenomenal item to build. So I mean, they did some pretty interesting changes here. I really like what they did with Soulbinder. This is gonna provide a lot of interesting stuff. I wonder, did we get rid of crests? I'm curious now. This sounds insane. Dark Matter sounds, Noxia sounds really good. I'm excited for this. This sounds pretty cool. All right, support items. Now, I'm not a support player. We all know that. We're gonna go super quick. I'm sorry, support players, but at the same time, you guys don't. You know, I look on the polls. No one cares about support players, but we'll go through it. Dawn Star Defensive Aura. We saw this guy before. On attacking basic heroes, reduce their damage dealt by 2%. So this is going to be super good for just making someone weaker. So any type of like, man, I'm going to be like crunch support is going to be king with this. Anyone that can, it's a support that can apply damage. I don't know if this could be a tank-based item too. Like a tank could build it. If you're like Steel, for example, just reduce their damage while you're hitting them. You get pretty nice stats overall. A little bit low on like physical armor and HP, but you get some haste, you get some good regen. On immobilizing heroes, you gain 20% attack speed for 2.5 seconds. Maybe you could have this on like some attack-based offlaners. Not many that are super tanky. Rampage, Chimera, I don't know. I don't think so. Cresselia, 45 magic power, ability haste, and 100% mana regen. Empower your next basic attack within 4 seconds. You'll deal, it's a physical damage scaling, really heavy physical damage scaling. On hit damage, reduce non-ultimate cooldowns by 15% on ability cast. Trying to think, this would probably be pretty solid for, it's a physical powers though scaling, like really high physical power scaling. So I'm not sure who it could really benefit completely. What physical power offlaners, supports could really stack this, but it's based off magical power. I'm not so sure. Everbloom, 45 magical power, 200 HP, 8% shielding, and heal powers. This could be really good for Narbash. On healing or shielding, grant 5% damage mitigation. Oh my god. Narbash OP. Narbash OP. Holy moly. This is going to be pretty wild. 50%. This is going to be pretty nice for, I mean, it's a small overall damage mitigation, but I can't tell you how many times, you know, I have literally almost killed the ADC with 1 HP. Imagine, like, this is that difference now, you know. Lunaria, healing and shielding, 55 magical power, 10 ability haste, 8% heal and shield power. On dealing damage to heroes, gain charges equal to 30% of damage dealt. Charge limit, 100 to 360. Then you can consume all those by healing or shielding, and you can heal for that amount. This is going to be a really strong early game for what are they called? Muriel and FaZe. This is going to be pretty wild. So a lot of strong shielding based characters. Rework. So Dynamo's getting a change. Okay, Mobilizer on immobilizing an enemy. They take 8% more damage. This got nerfed. I think it was 10% before. Adaptive aggression, gain 20 physical power when your magical power is greater than your bonus physical power. Gain 30. Okay, so this just changes the type of aggression. Still really strong, I think. I don't know if this is gonna be super strong or necessary on people like Decker. It's a strong overall. Gain magical shred. Magical shred, but that just means, I don't know if it's like magical shred. You just gotta immobilize them, so I'm surprised it's just magical shred. I would just say it's shred. No, it sounds like a really good item. 8% more damage on, you know, on a tank and all that. That is monstrous, especially for a lot of on-hit carries and whatnot. Hexbound bracers. This was a terrible item to build. Physical power, 100% base health regen, 15 ability haste, restore mana equal to 30% of damage taken. Take 4 +1 per level, less damage from hero basic attacks. Okay, that's a lot better. The gaining mana by getting damage was the most dog shit thing I've ever read in my entire life. So this sounds a lot better. I mean, it still kind of has that mana reactor thing, but the Hex Guard at least makes it a little bit more viable. I mean, it's still something that I wouldn't look at building, but maybe I'll be wrong. We'll see. Simplification for Vanguardian: 30 physical, 30 magical armor, 20% tenacity. Nearby get 12 physical, 10 magical. It's pretty good. I wonder if it's. I wish it kind of scaled based on how many of your allies were close, but it's pretty. It's an aura. It's pretty strong. I kind of like this. I'm curious if we're gonna see it built though. You know, a lot of people tend to completely ignore these. Wellspring got removed and Requiem got removed. Oh no, no more scaling and no more crazy OP healing. Tank items. We saw this item out here. New item, a Fist of Razul, a new tank option that offers some damage with it while also helping with wave clear. 30%. Oh, let's focus here. When dealing or receiving damage for the next 3 seconds, generate a stack each second. Upon reaching 5 stacks, empower your next basic attack. Deal 3% max HP bonus damage based on 2%. Holy crap. What's the cooldown on this? No cooldown. This is gonna be kind of crazy for people like Steel. I feel like this build Steel and kind of run them down. You get pretty good HP and armor. Minion card, deal 30% increased damage to minions. That's a little interesting. I don't know why they kind of added that in. It sounds kind of crazy. By default, heal for 50% of bonus damage dealt. That sounds pretty insane. This could be solid for Sevrog as well. Yeah, this item sounds a little busted. It has a lot in it, I think at least. Gaia Greaves, 350 HP, 30 physical armor, 15 ability haste, tenacity. Move to generate up to 100 stacks, some more momentum stuff. Stacks grant 70 movement speed. Okay. Basic attack expand all stacks for bonus damage, dealing 50 plus 120 set. Oh my god. Lose 50 stacks per second while slowed or immobilized. Okay, so that's how it stacks. Okay. Increase your jump height by 75%. This could be pretty funny for Grux. It's a lot of damage. You just kind of walk around and just go all in with Grux kit. Or, I don't know, Zarus. Maybe Zarus with just the movement speed bonuses and whatnot. Maybe like a tank Zarus build. Rework. So Fire Blossom, 350 HP, 35 physical armor. Deal 15% plus 1% max HP damage per second. Burn enemy. So it's still getting the burn. When heat wave damages a target, deal 6.25% more damage each second. Up to 50%. Resets after not damaging the target. When heat wave damages a target, you deal more damage. I don't know what I like about this. I know, yeah, you got rid of the mobilized target, the bonus damage, but this sounds still pretty insane. Like, it still sounds slightly overkitted, maybe? I don't know. Remnant of Renewal, 550 HP. They reduced that. It used to be like 800, I think, right? 50% base health to regen, 10 ability haste. While out of combat, regenerate 2.5. Oh, man, they're going to make Garen in this game. It's going to be really solid sustain. It's going to be strong for support still. For each level, gain 5% additional base health regen. A little bit of like overall nerf, but yeah, I think this could be pretty good for like Steel supports, Richter supports. Don't know about offlaners, but it has really good scaling. Okay, Stonewall. So 250 health. Okay, they got rid of like 15%. 15 physical armor. Mitigate 5 plus your total armor of physical damage. We got rid of the stun. Sad boys. Can't look at really building this on to save your carry against a Kalari. Elafrost, 400 HP. We're not going to worry about that stuff. Empower your next basic attack within 4 seconds. Deal 15 plus 80% physical power. 2% of max HP damage on hit around a target. Every 1.5 seconds. This is still going to be a very strong item, it seems. I mean, you're gonna put magic damage out, which he still doesn't, I mean, so far doesn't have very much resistances. So you're going to convert physical into magic damage, and you're going to get pretty tanky with some good sustain. Apply some pretty strong slows. This is kind of crazy. Man, at 1.5 second CD, this sounds still crazy. All right, fighters. Judgment, area damage, 12 physical power, 100 HP with Omnivamp, Thunderclap. 20 to 10 second CD, probably based on your level. Deal 120% scaling damage in an area around you. On hero hit, you heal for 35% plus 8%. Subsequent hero hits heal for 50% effectiveness. We haven't seen anything with Tainted. Like, Tainted is still the same, I guess. So, you know, sounds pretty crazy. The healing is going to drop, though. Pretty strong. Low physical power, though. I don't know how this is going to scale into late. Unless this is like a tier 1 item or something. Like, you know, tier 2 item. I'm a little confused, I guess. Earthshaker. 30 physical power, 3% attack speed, 300 HP on dealing damage to heroes or monsters. Increase your ability damage dealt by 1%. So stacks up to 15 times, so 15% max if you're hitting all of them. And this is also on AoE abilities. Melee hero grant stacks twice as fast. Okay, this could be pretty nice on Grux. But it's ability damage. So just all your ability damages will go up. So anyone with a lot of ability spam. Crunch. Probably Crunch. The attack speed is gonna help his animation speed. So this could be kind of interesting. Also, it could be really good for Greystone. Mist Meadow Buckler. So we're getting some Omni Vamp, Magic Armor, and Power. Gain 100 charges. So once again, generate 5 seconds. Regenerate 5 charges each second, while at 100 charges, gain 15 magical armor. On taking magical damage, you consume the charges. Block 1 damage for each charge consumed. Ooh, can block up to 50% of the damage received. That's actually not that bad for magical armor. That's not bad. It could be hurtful. I'm curious to see this implemented in game. Simplification Mutilator. Physical power, haste, and Omni Vamp. On basic attacking heroes, deal 1% of their max HP as damage. Ability hits on heroes apply mutilate 3 times. Okay. So it's not, they're getting rid of the stealing though. So yeah, they're not going to be able to heal a ton of HP, but it still sounds pretty good. I'm curious how people are going to implement it in off lane. We got rid of Phoenix, got rid of Bone Seeker. This kind of came in and got removed. And we got rid of Mallet. Assassin items. Tainted Trident Anti-Heal. Getting physical power, penetration. So we got penetration coming in, although it's on the physical power side, and ability haste. So we got blight. On dealing ability damage to a blighted unit, you deal 15% plus additional damage. What is this? Is this penetration sign? Yep, that is penetration. So 15% of your penetration, you'll deal additional damage. Really strong for an assassin's. A little curious. It's probably like a Kalari thing, I guess. It's better than Tainted Dagger. Penumbra, multi-kill. So we saw this also in the Twitter post. Physical power, health, physical pen, ability haste, reduces non-ultimate cooldowns by 4 seconds on takedown. I don't like this. Even the items and stuff, I don't know. I'm a little bit iffy. I think the Essence Reaper is kind of bad. I don't know. They have to go on takedown. I'm a little curious. This means that you have to be dominating. Why do you need an item when you're dominating? You know what I mean? That's what I say. Infernum. So Infernum got a rework. Physical power, pen, mana, ability haste. Apply stacks of kindling. 4 stacks ignite them. Deal 4 plus 1.5% of your physical power of their max HP as damage. This is going to be good for destroying tanks. Based on enemy bonus armor. Yeah, this is going to be a tank destroyer in a way. Instead of like destroying squishies. I mean, it still is pretty strong against squishies. You're just not getting that like a 90% of your physical power like when you apply the full kindle. So I think this is getting a pretty big nerf. So that's going to be more of a tank-based thing, I guess. Nightfall. This is an item that has just not been built often. Physical power, pen, and lifesteal. Abilities heal for 10% of damage dealt to heroes. Gain a shield on takedown. Shield size increases with level. I like the Eclipse, but I don't know about this. Could be strong. Maybe. We'll see. 10% of your damage dealt to heroes, pretty strong. With spam, this could be pretty good for. Could it? Not really. I don't know who's gonna really build into Nightfall that well. I don't know. Omen. This might get a big nerf here. Physical power, physical penetration. It did actually on pen. Ability haste. While moving or landing attacks, gain momentum. At 100 stacks, empower your next basic attack on it to deal damage base. Reduce your non-ultimate cooldowns by 20%. Yeah, it did get a big hit. Yeah, so Yeah, it's not as good as it was before. Still strong. I think this is still gonna benefit and still be really strong, but it's not like it was before. Um, Envy. This was something that wasn't really built much often. So we got Pen Mana, and then PP. On dashing or leap, your next base attack will for 3 seconds will critically strike. On using Sacrificial Strike, you silence them for 1 point. This actually could be kind of a. That's actually kind of wild. That's not bad at all. I can't. This would be interesting if you like go in and you attack like. Is it? Yeah, so it's a basic attack. So it's gonna be hard to hit like a Gideon ult if you're Fang Mao, for example. Mind Razor. So 45 power, mana, haste, and this is it. We lost the clear. So deal. Sorry, you keep the clear, you lose the mana regen. Deal 30% damage around the target. Damage decrease from 100 to 50% based on distance. Okay, based on distance from the target. Dot abilities cannot activate this effect. So we got a lot of interesting items. I think mage builds are gonna change ever so slightly. Carries sound really strong. Support healers and like Muriel stuff and phase sound really strong. Tanks and bruisers and fighters didn't get something that crazy. Assassins didn't really get anything that crazy. But it's a pretty interesting item, I'd say, that we got. So this is a pretty long video. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. If you guys liked the video, if you thought this video was trash, hopefully we can get some Brawl gameplay soon. I'm so excited for that. But we got a lot of things, and I'm interested to actually try them in game. This is gonna shake up the meta a bit, right? I'm excited for that. Anything that kind of shakes up this type of CC meta. We didn't get a lot of cleanses though. So we have no idea on what the cleanses are gonna do for people like Aurora and Steel, right? So I'm a little interested by that, and we'll kind of see what comes out of it. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments about the items that are coming out. I'm going to post this. Thank you, MUGIWAWA, for doing this. Your site and the content you create is wonderful. And, we appreciate what you do. So on that note, take it easy. Have a good one. Good luck in your games. I'll catch you later. Peace.